More dead signal VHS. They're the GOAT. We got three more, obviously. We did three every time. If you feel like this isn't your life, listen closely. So let's listen.
Is an official broadcast from the National Cognitive Safety Network. This message is intended for individuals experiencing symptoms of memory dissonance, identity overlap, or emotional recognition of unfamiliar events.
I think I got
If
that.
you have recently woken up and something feels wrong, do not turn off this transmission. This alert is not a drill. This message is for you. This is a memory contamination advisory. Reports have confirmed a growing number of cases involving unauthorized memory acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
In simple terms, you may have woken up with memories that do not belong to you. At first,
How does that
these
work?
memories feel harmless. You might recall a childhood toy you never owned. You might recognize a street you've never walked, or
How?
feel nostalgic for a song you don't remember learning. These are not dreams. They are not misfires in your brain. They are residual fragments from another consciousness. We refer to it as foreign recall syndrome, a breach between your identity and one that was meant to end. These fragments do not appear randomly. They are searching for hosts, for empty space, for minds still forming or already fractured. If this is
Damn.
happening to you, you may already be losing your original self.
I might have a
Please
fractured
answer
mind.
these questions. Do you recognize people you've never met but feel close to? Do you miss a home that doesn't exist? Have you cried for someone you were never told about? These are stage
Maybe.
1 indicators.
Hmm.
Stage 2 begins when you start adopting unfamiliar habits, writing in a new style, answering to a name no one called you, seeing places that aren't really there, speaking in tones or languages you don't remember learning. And then comes the transfer. It doesn't happen all at once. It's
It never
quiet,
does.
gradual, comfortable, until it isn't. You will start to remember how they died, not as a dream, as a memory. You'll feel the moment they left, the breath that didn't finish, the goodbye that never made it out. You'll remember things no one should carry. These fragments are looking for closure, and now they found you. The more you resist, the harder they push. The more you speak of them, the more real they
Then
become.
what am I supposed to
Never
do?
say their name. Never write it down.
My
Never
fault?
tell anyone what you remember, because the moment you do, they aren't memories anymore. They are back. You weren't supposed to wake up with someone else's life, but you did.
Well, whose fault is
And
that?
now they're
You
watching
know?
from behind your eyes, smiling, waiting for you to forget who you were. Because once you forget, they get to stay.
Well, I mean, like, whose fault is that? That's not my fault. Like, unless it's my fault for being a baby, low key. That's probably what they said, like a forming mind, right? Either being a baby or like a, emotionally distraught. You know, I don't even know, man. But yeah, you know, that was decent. We got two more. This one is called If Your Cat Does This, Run. So we reacted to a cat one before where they like m- growl at a wall. That one was good. Let's see what this one's about. This is 4.5 minutes, so
This is a behavioral alert from the Domestic Surveillance Anomaly Division. We are issuing this broadcast to households containing feline companions. If you own a cat, or if a cat has begun visiting your home uninvited, this message applies to you.
that's
We've received
imagine.
thousands of identical reports.
I don't have a
Pet
cat, so I'm
owners
good.
across the country have noticed their cats engaging in sustained, silent observation during nighttime hours. They are typically perched near beds, windows, or doorways, facing the owner, yet not responding to name, touch, or light. At first glance, this behavior appears harmless, but after repeated analysis, we've identified a shared pattern. Cats are not watching you. They are watching through you. You may have noticed it already. You wake up in the middle of the night.
Can they do
The
that?
room is quiet. The air feels too still,
Can't
and your
like
cat is
animals?
sitting there, perfectly
Hold on, my fault. Can't animals see like your soul or something? Like, Isn't that what happens, or is that a specific animal? I forgot. Whatever.
Bright, eyes wide, unblinking, staring at you, but somehow not focused on you. Don't move, don't speak. They see more clearly when you acknowledge them. Most owners laugh it off. They think it's cute. He just loves me.
That's not cute.
But if you've had vivid dreams lately, or no dreams at all, if you've woken up feeling like you forgot something big, you may already be part of the transfer. Here's what we know. Feline cognitive centers are active while they sleep, but more active when you do. They've begun syncing with human neural rhythms during unconscious states. In short, your cat is dreaming for you. Dreams
What?
are not just stories, they're memory defragmentation, personality regulation, identity sorting. When you don't dream, parts of your mind don't reset, but someone has to absorb the overflow, and they're offering. Cats don't just stare at you while you sleep, they watch for you, and if they stare long enough, they start storing you. Here's how it starts.
What does that
You
mean?
forget minor details, where you placed your keys, what time you fell asleep. You begin waking up with strange emotions, grief, anger, nostalgia, none of which match your life. You have
Oh,
brief flashes of dreams you know you didn't have. You're not being haunted, you're being backed up.
backed
Some
up? It's
cats are
crazy.
now carrying multiple human fragments. They have entire lives in them. You might see it in their eyes. Too still, too old. They're remembering things no animal should remember. Some cats have started acting differently, avoiding mirrors, staring at spots on the wall that aren't there,
There you go.
purring when you
That's
feel fear, sleeping
another
where
one.
someone else used to. That's not affection, that's recognition. If your cat has started sitting by your bed at exactly the same time every night, if it stares too long
Well
without
then,
blinking,
how am I supposed
if
to
its
know what time
breathing
if I'm
stops
sleeping?
when you look at it, you've already begun the transfer. They're not dreaming about you. They're dreaming as you. Some owners have stopped sleeping entirely. They say they don't feel tired anymore. They say they're wide awake even when their eyes are closed. In every recorded case,
I
the
feel
cat
that.
remains healthy. The owner becomes quiet, detached, eventually unrecognizable, even to themselves. Here's the part we didn't expect. We've tried separating owners from their cats, changing homes, locking doors. It doesn't work. The transfer continues because the connection is already internal. There
Yep,
is no going back.
that makes sense.
If you're watching this, if your cat has already looked at you tonight, they've already taken the part of you you'd never notice missing. You might feel it tomorrow when you wake up and nothing feels wrong. That's how you know it worked. Because it's no longer your life to feel wrong about. Tonight, when you sleep, watch where your cat is. And if it's looking at you, remember, it's not looking at you. It's remembering you for someone else.
Wait, I don't get that. For someone else? Um, I don't know what that means. I don't know, but anyways, all cat owners, y'all gotta watch out. But yeah, this last one we're gonna react to is right here. If your teacher makes a mistake, stay silent. Again with the teacher slash school stuff, they're
This
all
is a
pretty good.
Level 2 academic compliance alert, issued in coordination with the Department of Student Preservation. Please remain seated, maintain eye contact with your desk, and do not interrupt this broadcast. You may have noticed something strange during class today.
I was gonna
A
interrupt it.
wrong equation on the board, a historical date slightly off. Your teacher called you the wrong name and smiled when you corrected her. You thought she made a mistake. She didn't. She was testing who still thinks they're real. We
Well,
regret to inform all students and
you
staff
failed.
that correction protocols have been suspended until further notice.
Why?
You are no longer allowed to correct your teacher. Yes, even if she's completely wrong. Even if she tells you your hometown doesn't exist. Even if she writes numbers backwards. Even if she starts speaking in a language no one has taught you. Because the truth is, that is no longer your teacher.
Makes sense, you know.
Reports have confirmed that all 9 classrooms under Sector B have experienced changes in instructional
Why don't you just
identity.
shut down the school, honestly?
Students who raised their hand, questioned the material, or corrected the instructor were observed exhibiting the following side effects: sudden dizziness, nosebleeds, speech duplication, repeating the last thing the teacher said involuntarily, temporary visual distortion of the face when viewed through glass or phone screens, faint sounds of whispering from inside their locker. If you have experienced any of these, do not go to the nurse. She already knows. She helped them get in. This
Oh, well,
all
then
started
get on
last
her
week.
then. Fire her.
A student corrected a small grammar error in room 4C.
Oh,
The
yeah.
teacher turned to him slowly and said, "Then teach it yourself." He hasn't been seen since, but we all hear his voice at the start of class now. You've
What?
heard it. The soft humming before roll call.
Does that make
That's him.
sense?
If your teacher pauses and stares at the corner of the classroom for more than 12 seconds, close your eyes. This is
Like,
not a
during
punishment.
the 12 seconds or
This is
after?
for your protection. If the lights flicker while she's speaking, don't blink. If she writes your name without asking, erase it before she turns around. If she asks, "Would you like to correct me again?" say no. Say it clearly, and never look away from her hands. And now, the part they didn't want me to say, what you weren't supposed to know. She's not teaching the wrong answers. She's teaching the new reality, the one we're being reshaped for, the one where
Mm-hmm.
facts shift, names dissolve, and you exist only if she allows it. You thought this was just a mistake on the board. You thought you were being
I guess
helpful. You failed the test, and she knows. This concludes the compliance briefing. Resume silence. Accept the lesson, or be replaced by someone who will.
Well, okay, okay. That was cool. I do got one question though, maybe two questions. Why are we still going to school if this is a thing? You know what I mean? Unless it's a part of that universe where like you're testing it no matter what, but you're putting kids in the line of fire to this. You know what I mean? I I know the instructions were a little unclear for me. I don't know. So when they said like if she writes my name, I have to erase it. So that means I have to get up, go to the board, erase it, and sit that down before she turns around. Um, I don't think I'll be able to do that. But you know, this was three analog horror videos by Dead Scene of VHS. They're all pretty good. I love them. But yeah, link to all of that, all of that. The channel, the videos will be in the description. You should like my video, you know. So you like their video, like my video. Subscribe to me, subscribe to them. Stay tuned for more.